365 days a year. Our best bets are always our premium picks. We try to win them all, this on this show, and then we have my other videos. We have 2 websites where we give out tons and tons and tons of free picks. We do our best to win them all. And I think the thing about covering those, and we'll talk to Ruffalo because he knows a lot about this stuff. Something he knows a lot about is when you cover all this many games, for free. People are always like, "Well, why are you covering this many games for free?" Because, and why are you giving out picks if it's not your best bets or games that you're betting? Because I'm doing the research anyway. We're all doing the research anyway. So why not just share our research with you? And this way it saves you guys a lot of the legwork. I know a lot of people use their own research. They use our research. They use other people's research, and that's all good. But it's like, that's why we do it. So I get that question a lot. Start the day answering that question. But anyways, we got a lot of questions and I don't know how many answers we got, but we got a lot of questions. Here's our regular crew. We got Brian Bittler, Chris Ruffalo, and Rod Zawacki. I have to say that I was against the idea of the YouTube Premium. I still don't love it. I still don't love it. I think that it's too cheap. I think it cheapens our product a little bit, but I do like that we are delivering a lot of winners. I was 1-1 on my premiums yesterday. I won my early and I lost my late. My late was in it the whole way, but I know that we've been giving out a ton of winners on that live, and I think that the NBA percentage is like the second best of any handicapper on the site or something like that. So tons of value there on our YouTube Premium. If you're not a member, this whole too expensive, all that other stuff, it all kind of went out the window on this one, right? So like I said, I believe it's going to be a limited time only, at least limited time pricing. And we will go from there. But I'm glad that we're able to put people on a lot of winners. Speaking of winners, we got NBA action today. I don't know. It's like Houston, Dallas. It's like they got to cancel the game just, because there's got to be a canceled game every day. And it's like it's raining or something, right? So they canceled the game. I personally don't understand it. We got the Warriors up against the Magic, the Nuggets. Chicken Nuggets up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Philadelphia 76ers back in action. Laying 8 here. 1.5 line drop. My guess is someone's on the Sixers isn't playing. There's always someone not playing on that team. Celtics against the Hawks. A little bit of revenge in mind for the Celtics. They are banged up. Any of those 4, Brian?
Yeah, for me, I think I'm going to take a shot with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who've lost 8 straight games and just been getting pummeled. It just seems like a ton of points for a team to get at home. I think we'll see kind of what happened with the Orlando Magic the other night, where they shocked everybody and won outright. I mean, the Nuggets haven't been playing good on this little bit of a road stretch, so I like the Cavs plus the points. And the Chicago Bulls plus the points. The Sixers really let me down against the Rockets the other night, where they just blew a huge lead. And I could see the same thing happening again. So I'm going to take the Bulls plus the points and the Cavs plus the points.
I don't think the idea is to get everybody hooked on the premium. I think the idea is to show everybody the value, And the whole idea of it is that you get to see, each of our handicapping styles. You see us argue on the show, Brian and I. People say, you never agree with Brian, but it's actually, we agree a lot. Not lately, but in general, I would say throughout the course of the year, most of the time we do. I just think that right now, the games are running a little chalky. They've been running chalky. They've been running to the square side. And, there's been some sharp plays out there that have hit, but it seems that the percentage has been a lot smaller than what it normally is. Normally it runs about 50-50, and you just kind of pick off those 50 because they jump off the page at you. But right now, maybe the 50-50 not necessarily jumping off the page as much. I think it's a little bit more difficult. The lines are moving differently. You have people that are home and betting during the week that you didn't have, a year ago. Speaking of a year ago, I'll talk about that in between sports. But anyways, Chris, cut you off.
I didn't even get started. So you cut me off. I didn't even get started. I like the Chicago Bulls as well. I just think that, they've been a covering machine for us on the road this season. And while Philly, wins a lot of games at home, I'm worried someone's missing here too, and even so, I still like the Bulls in this spot. And I like the under 227.5 in the Atlanta-Boston matchup. I just think this could be a game where the first 210 wins that game, and we see just a lower scoring game that comes in under that number. So I'll take the under in that spot.
41% of the bets on the Bulls, 83% of the early money. 1.5 line drop. Rod?
For me, I like the 76ers over the Bulls. I think this is a spot that the 76ers wake up and get a nice double-digit win over the Bulls. That streak comes to an end today. I like Orlando over the Warriors here. Orlando got a nice win in the last game. And they're getting healthier. Nice playoff team from last year. I think they get the win here. I'm going to take the Magic plus the points. Give me the home dog in that one.
I like the Cavaliers against the Nuggets. They've been so bad. It's terrible, man. It's like you can't go 0-50 against the number. Like you can go 0-50 in wins and losses, but you can't go 0-50 against the number. There's only so much, that the books will take on something like this. I'm going to have to go with the Cavaliers here. I think Friday night is generally I think if you broke down the week by day, historically for me, and I'm not saying since the restart or any of those things like that, I'm just saying historically over the last 30 years, Friday night's generally my worst. Even in baseball, no matter what, it's always my worst night. So that's why I only have 3 picks in for tonight, and it's like I'm gonna tiptoe. I tiptoe around them. It's not I've never had a winning day on a Friday. I think last Friday I did, but it's it's I don't know. I don't get that good mojo on the Friday sports betting. I don't know why that is. Normally, because it's like in college hoops, it's like Harvard versus Brown. Anyways, Rod, you're tearing up the NBA this year. I see you on the leaderboard there. Oh, you gave your picks.
I gave my 2 picks in that spot.
Right.
I'm with you. I like the Cavaliers as well. Give me the Cavaliers plus the 9. The Nuggets are stinking it up.
All right.
And they're just looking awful. They're looking like they're they need a vacation.
That's what I need. See, it's like Rod knows Friday's my bad day. A little sucking up there, to get the show started. It's like, yeah, Mitch is right. I like the Cavs.
Little Cavs.
Ruflo's like, I'm in charge of sucking up. I practice 5 times a week on the drive-thru. He went against my pick on the drive-thru yesterday. I lost.
Told you.
I told you. I told you.
No. I'm saying before the show. I said don't hold me accountable for what's about to happen tonight.
I told you. I told you.
Nah, not gonna be the I told you so guy.
I don't know. Winthrop they never got out of the gate, but if the game's 10 more minutes, they win by 30.
Yeah,
it happens. I don't win them all. That's for sure. I was 2-1 in my premiums. I'll take that any day. And I was, I hit Vermont on our show. Anyways, Memphis, Detroit, Milwaukee, Thunder buddies for life. New Orleans against those Phoenix Suns. First game after the meltdown against the Nets. Timberwolves against the Raptors back-to-back. I say the Raptors are the best team in the NBA with a losing record. I'll go on record as saying that. And then, oh man, them Utah Jazz back at it again against the Clippers on a back-to-back. It's not back-to-back game. It's not back-to-back nights, but it's back-to-back games against one another. Brian, you're going to continue to try and find a whole crack in this Jazz armor?
No, but I think I might take them just to jinx them tonight, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Utah Jazz, and I'm going to lay the points here. Early on, it looks like the sharper money is on the Utah Jazz, even though I don't like this team, just because I have a grudge against them. Oh, but I think they can cover tonight against the Clippers. I like the Timberwolves at home against the Raptors. T-Wolves have been good to me lately overall against the spread. I think over the last 10, they have a very solid record. Same thing in Detroit Pistons plus the points. They've been good to me. I think they can keep it within a bucket of the Memphis Grizzlies, and I'm going to stay away from the Thunder and Bucks tonight.
Bucks are horrible right now. Chris?
Yeah, Brian, and I understand a couple of those. I like the Jazz not because I'm trying to jinx them, just because I really like how they've been playing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'll take the Jazz laying the 4. I like the Minnesota Timberwolves as well, getting the free bucket. This line just, even if it wasn't a back-to-back, seems just way too low, and it's I think it's a letdown spot for Toronto after an emotional win over Milwaukee yesterday after a nice statement victory. And I'm going to lay the 3 points with the Phoenix Suns on the road against the Pelicans. I think the Suns are just the better team, and I think they come out firing here, and I take it to a New Orleans team that doesn't play much defense. So I take the Suns there.
I think I hit my parlay on this show yesterday too. Birdcage, right? Had the 2 NBAs with Eastern Washington, Nets and Raptors. Anyways, Rod.
For me, yeah, I'm gonna take the Thunder on the money line. The Bucks look like dog poo poo. They're definitely hot diggity dog shit. They couldn't cover anything right now. So I'm gonna my degenerate gambler bet of the day. I'm gonna take the Thunder on the money line. In the other games, I like Detroit as well. Give me Detroit plus the points. And yeah, the Raptors off 2 big wins. I think they lose again to the Timberwolves. They lost to the Timberwolves going in to the Bucks series, beat the Bucks, and now they come out and they're going to lose to the Timberwolves again. Take the Timberwolves plus the points. If you take the Timberwolves money line, they beat them outright.
All right. I like the Raptors against the Timberwolves. I can't stand the Timberwolves. I know they're a good cover team, but so are the Raptors. Real good cover team. 7-3 against the number in their last 10. I know they're on a back-to-back, but this is the Minnesota Timberwolves we're talking about. There's a reason you're 7-22 and in that guaranteed 3 pick for the lottery every year. There's absolutely a fundamental issue with that organization. And Thunder Buddies for life on the road. I do not like the way the Bucks are playing. Do not like it at all. Anyways, brings us over to the college game. I just want to say something super quick. I know everyone hates when I do this, but I don't care. It's my show. Last year, today was the day that I got Sports Chat Place back. I thought like everything was gone and whatever. February 19th. Yep. Signed my deal. Got Sports Chat back. Gave up a lot to get it. Didn't get a very favorable deal, but as my lawyer said, it really don't matter. You're going to kick their ass in anyway. And he was exactly right. He was like, get Sports Chat back, and now Sports Chat has passed covers as far as daily traffic. So, Sports Chat gets more traffic than covers, Vegas Insider, any of those other sites out there. It's number 1, sports handicapping, at least as far as web traffic goes. We're still working on a lot of things there, some redesign things, and really excited about the future, what the future holds. Some people will be taking the journey with us and some won't, but I'm excited about it. I thank everybody that has supported me, through thick and thin. Not just, all of the people in our community, but all the handicappers as well that, took a stand with me, said they trusted me. Screwed up. Trusted us. Anyways, Vermont against UMBC back at it. I don't know if I like the Catamounts as much today. They were good, not very good though. Youngstown State against Indiana Purdue. Fairfield Canisius. NKU against Wright State. Is Wright State the right state today? Georgia State against Troy. Oh, I thought that game was canceled. Hampton, we've all been arrested there, against Campbell. App State against South Alabama. You haven't been arrested in Hampton Beach, you haven't lived. Milwaukee against Oakland. It's like, what they say, if you got arrested, you were doing something wrong. It's like, you haven't been arrested there, you're doing something wrong. You haven't lived. Detroit versus Robert Morris. Charleston Southern against Longwood. You got some real gems out here, Brian. What do you like?
Yeah, I'm not too keen on this earlier card. I'm going to take a shot with the Retrievers against Vermont. Yesterday, Vermont got a nice cash. But as we've seen a lot of times in these back-to-back spots, the opposite team bounces back the next day. So I'm going to take the points with the Retrievers here to get the cover against Vermont.
Jerome Matthew keeping it slow, just going for a 10 pick on a Friday.
Yay! You got 10 locks today.
Why stop at 10? Anyways, what are you selling today, Brian? Anything?
Oh, yeah, let me check the list of magic. I got my college basketball Friday executive info winner. It's an earlier game before 7 o'clock. And then I got my after hours investment in college basketball. I'm going to be adding NBA after we get done here. But as of right now, 2 college hoops plays.
If you weren't playing your picks, right, and you're your choice of any other handicapper on our site, whose picks would you play?
Overall for a full year?
Yeah, just one. No. Just, like, whose picks would you play? If you weren't going to play your picks, and you were just like, you're just going to play somebody else's picks.
I probably would go with Big Al McMorty.
That's what I was going to say, too.
Because he has a 30 years experience.
He just has the experience, right? Just believable. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
You put me on the spot here.
No, it's I just think it's interesting.
Well, I think that's my honest
They
answer.
do a poll of investment managers, Wall Street investment managers, and they do this every once in a while. And they say, if you weren't investing your money, who would you trust? Who would you give your money to? And to invest, and they do it. And it was I know that one of my friend's fathers was the guy who, like, almost every single year was the guy that they named. It's Ralph Wenger. Guy's genius. Nice guy. He has a real quirky sense of humor, and he's has a little bit of a rough edge, which I appreciate both those things. Chris, any of these games?
Yeah, for me, I'm looking at Canisius laying the points against Fairfield on the road. Fairfield just not a good offensive team. And in the MAC, that's not saying much because there are a ton of low-scoring teams in the MAC, but Fairfield might be the worst of them all. So I'll take Canisius there. If this Troy game's going off, I like Georgia State at home. I just like I like the way the Georgia State plays at home. I think this is a double-digit win for the Panthers all the way. And I like App State at home against South Alabama. App State's just playing really well at home. I know the line's dropped 2 points towards South Alabama, but I just think App State at home is just a different animal. So I'll take App State at home.
I like South Alabama in that one. Rod? Oh, Chris, what are you selling?
Oh, me on the spot.
Whale Bet Friday?
No, not Whale Bet Friday. But no, I got my Friday full court press for combine my NBA and college hoops in there, total of 7 plays for $40, or I got my Friday 4-check NHL 3-pack for $30. Either way, I'm expecting a big day today heading into the weekend. So check
you got
those out.
10. So you have 10 picks.
I was expecting him to say Freaky Friday. Come get my freaky. Get your freak on with me on my Freaky Friday 5-pack.
That's for the after hours plays.
Rod, what do you like in these early games?
In these early games, I'm going to take a shot with Iapui over at the Penguins. They've been playing pretty good hoops. They're 6-4 against the number. I think that number's just a little bit too high. I'm going to take the Jags plus the points in that one. I think they can hang with the Penguins today, if not beat them outright.
What are you selling today? Steak Friday?
Steak Friday. And I'm not enamored with this card. I'm going to put a couple NBA picks after the show. Right now, I've got 3 picks up. I got a 3-pack, 2 NBA, 1 college basketball for Steak Friday. So that Steak Friday pack will
I'm showing in my sample
5 picks.
97% of the money on Youngstown State. That one, they think that Iwapui's a bunch of jag-offs.
That's what they think, but I'm going to take the Jags plus the points here, as they're 6-4 ATS their last 10. So I think Brian's bet against his favorite team that he said at the beginning of the year a couple times since then, and they've kicked his butt.
Which team?
Iapui.
That was-
Jaguars.
That was my favorite Chicago expression when I lived in Chicago. Hey, Jagoff.
Presbyterian's my favorite non-big-time school.
Did you like seeing Blue Hose?
I like the Blue Hose.
Well,
Although USC Upstate got the cover yesterday.
I'm going with the fake 32 blast with the backside Georgia reverse like your life depended on it. I'm going with the Titans here. Detroit -9.5 against Robert Morris. Bob Morris, nice guy, lousy hoops team. 1-9 in their last 10, 2-8 against the number, up against this Detroit Titans team that I'm telling you, Denzel Washington's doing a hell of a job coaching these guys up. He's got everyone getting along. They're singing, they're dancing. They're 8-2 in their last 10 and 7-3 against the number. I know they're just 3-6 against the number at home, but we all know it's coming.
They
Remember
got
the,
sunshine.
remember the Titans. 9.5 over Robert Morris. It's Friday show. Got the Mastodons of Purdue-Fort Wayne taking on the Vikings of Cleveland State. Cal State Northridge, the Matadors, up against Hawaii. It's a beautiful day in Maui, man. I feel so sorry for the rest of you out there freezing your ass off, but gotta say, it's been Chamber of Commerce here. Long Beach State against Cal Poly. Got Ball State against Akron. This one smells funny to me. Generally, I like the Zips, and I even said in my video I put Zip on Ball State. But I'll tell you what, I'm not rushing to the window on that one. Stetson against Jacksonville, the Dolphins. The other Dolphins, Rod, not those Dolphins. Dayton,
I know.
Dayton against St. Louis. This is the feature game of the night. This is how good the college slate is. Iona against Monmouth. Man, I don't know why I didn't put Monmouth in. High Point, the rematch against Winthrop, was 10 yesterday. Now it's 9. FIU against Southern Miss. That's it for the 7 o'clock games. Brian, any gems? Any tidbits?
Yeah, I think you might have turned me on to a gem. This St. Louis Billikens game looks like something I want to be on as soon as I get off of here. The line's at 5.5, up from 3. Billikens on a nice little win streak. Dayton lost a couple in a row. I think St. Louis has a statement win today. And then I lean towards Cal Poly plus the points. We've got two really bad teams going at it. And I just don't see Long Beach State as a 7.5-point favorite. So I'll take the points with Cal Poly.
Dayton winners in the first game against St. Louis. Of course, that was St. Louis had a month in between games, though. So that game was at St. Louis, but there was a month in between games for the Billikens. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to be on Long Beach State in that one. I'm just nothing
What
about
up,
Cal Poly.
what up, Beaches? What up?
Yeah.
0-7 on the road, 0-6-1 against the number, 1-8-1 against the number in their last 10. I know that's up
Those
Brian's
are the numbers
alley,
I like.
I was going to say, I know that's up Brian's alley, but for me, if I'm wrong on that one, then so be it. But I'll take Long Beach State laying the 7.5. And I like Cleveland State laying the 4 against IPFW. I know the line's dropping, but this Cleveland State team is really good defensively, and oh man, I don't like this IPFW team, so I'll take Cleveland State laying the points. And one that I just noticed I missed from the last time, so I like Longwood against Charleston Southern. Those are my 3 for this one.
Rod.
For me in this time slot, I'm with you. Give me the Long Beach. Cal Poly just stinks. 0-7 on the road, 0-6-1 on the road against the number. They can't cover anything. Long Beach is at least 2-1 at home and 2-1 against the number at home. So I think they get a double-digit win, easy rocket share winner in that one. And I like St. Louis as well. Give me St. Louis over Dayton. I think they get a double-digit win in that one as well.
Yes, I've seen the shows
Yeah.
at Hampton. That's why I've been arrested there. I would never sell acid in Hampton. Happen. I'm not that guy.
Give it away? Maybe.
Do I look like I'm selling acid at a Grateful Dead show in Hampton? Absolutely not. All right, maybe. Shrooms? Maybe. I've never seen Fish. Hampton Arena. It is, I'm telling you, everyone gets arrested at Hampton. Everyone. It's like everyone leaving the arena, they just have a line to the police station. It's like, it files right out. They're in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. It's like you go by you see the police officers when you're walking into the station. You're on into the arena to see the show. It's like you're on a first name basis. It's crazy. Anyways, I don't know. I don't really like anyone in that slot, to be honest with you. I'm gonna take a little bit of a pass. Maybe Winthrop to get the bounce back. UAB against.
Damn it! I was hoping I was gonna get by without someone saying it.
I'll take Winthrop against High Point. I took him yesterday. I didn't take enough of a beating on it. It's like well, the thing is, I lost on Winthrop, but I had more on my other bets. I didn't have as much on Winthrop. I had a little bit on Winthrop, but I had a lot on Oregon. So I woke up to a nice little bankroll there. Got the thing is, I didn't even have a premium on Oregon. I just liked them. I should have. How about Bill Walton 4 minutes into the second half declaring UCLA victory over Arizona? He's like, the Bruins have seriously taken over this game. He's like, let's look at the Pac-12 standings. It's like there's 16 minutes left in the game. And the another announcer's like, he's like, it's only a 6-point lead. He's like, when's the last time these guys scored? He's like, this game is, he's like trying to hold interest. He's like, when's the last time Arizona scored? He's like, this game is over. he's like, it's just a matter of how much at this point. It was pretty spot on analysis though. It was funny because it's funny because it was true. It was like. When's the last time they scored? It's like it's been a long time.
Kind of like me.
But we know that the whole thing is that every handicapper that's ever done this has had a cold stretch, and I will say that the stretch that I had from January until last week was the coldest stretch I ever had. And I looked for answers everywhere, and I've discussed it in detail. How I'm still waiting for my J. Crew package to show up. So, but it's it happens. It's just I think I still believe that this handicapping environment is some of the hardest handicapping that there's ever been in the history of handicapping, and I think that because it's run to the square side, so. There's been a few things that have changed this year, that have made this year totally different. Number one, no fans in the stands. So a lot of these rivalry games, a lot of these games that I like, right? The college rivalry games, a lot of that fan energy, all the fan energy is taken out of the event, and it's big. It's huge. Everyone's been to a stadium where it's like the stadium's quiet, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh man, the whole place, it feels like it's gonna collapse. It's going crazy, right? It's like very, very hard, when everything starts going the wrong direction, the crowd is into it, and The other side of it is that with the introduction of sports betting in the United States across the board, is that some of our sources are seeing less action than they used to see. And some of our sources are seeing a lot more action than they're used to seeing. So some of the numbers that we're looking at are not quite the same numbers that we were looking at last year at this time or the year before that or the year before that. And I think that is probably the biggest thing, is that DraftKings and, FanDuel and BetAmerica and BetMGM and those places now carry a little bit more weight than the Westgate Superbook and, Cirque and some of these offshores. That used to dominate the market. And it's going to become more and more that way. Just my 2 cents.
I wasn't talking about my handicapping cold streak. I meant my cold streak with the ladies, but
Well,
I guess
you
it
got
could
you
go
got
both
to
ways
up
on
you
that.
got to up the tip to $23 from 20. You got to go
Yeah,
up
I
another.
guess so. Today's
It's-
Friday.
Okay,
What was the
let's talk
guy's
about
name
up in
from
the
Connecticut? Diaco, right? Wasn't that the coach at Diaco? The red zone started at the 22-yard line because they had to work 10% harder than everybody else. It's like our red zone starts at the 22. It's like, okay. Then he decided to declare a rivalry it's like, we need a rival. It's like, so they get a trophy made and they bring it down to UCF and make them their rival in football. And they're just like, we don't want this thing. UCF. It's like, we have a rival. It's USF. You know, it's like, we already have a rival. It's like, we
Hey, you guys left this here.
That's pretty much what it was. It's like our red zone starts at the 22. You're an idiot. All right. The Roos are in town against Denver. Kansas City, Denver. Nebraska, Omaha, North Dakota. Fullerton versus Irvine. That's going to be crazy. UIC versus Wisconsin, Green Bay. Lipscomb, Kennesaw. St. Peter's against Marist. North Dakota State, South Dakota State. Gloves are off. New Mexico, Wyoming. New Mexico State, Utah Valley. Grand Canyon. Could be the first for-profit university in the NCAA tournament at this rate. Dixie State versus Tarleton State. Buffalo and Toledo, another kind of feature matchup. Got San Jose State, UNLV. Boise State, Utah State. Santa Barbara versus Bakersfield. Bakersfield always sounds like a folk song. Just always does. You know. Brian, any of these?
Oh,
It's
I
a
hate this
beautiful
last group.
Friday college basketball. This is actually, compared to a normal college basketball Friday schedule, this is the filet mignon, you know. Of
Yeah,
the
but they
Fridays.
could have added like a Big Ten feature game or something. Anyway, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to give out Utah State and Boise State on the drive-through tonight, so make sure you tune in for that gem. Yeah, I really like the game. It could have easily been a premium. And then out of that group, I like UNLV to run wild over San Jose State tonight. UNLV is not the greatest team in the world, but San Jose State might be the worst team in college basketball. So I see them winning this game by 20 points. Take the running Rebs.
I'm going to lean towards UC Riverside, laying the 9 at home or on the road against UC San Diego. 5-0-1 against the number on the road this season. 6-4 against the number in the last 10. And they just play really good defense. So I'll take UC Riverside. I like the under 120.5 in Marist St. Peter's. I would be don't be surprised if that game doesn't hit 100 because that's all St. Peter's does is play low-scoring basketball games. So I'll take the under there. I like Toledo getting the free bucket on the road against Buffalo. I know these are two teams that play really, really, really good offensive basketball, but I just think Toledo's got the extra edge there. And I know Buffalo's the better defensive team, but I think Toledo knows the significance of this game in the MAC standings. So take Toledo there. Those are the 3 I like in this one.
For me in this spot, I like a couple. I like the Toledo and Buffalo to go over the number. Both teams scoring over 80. Both teams are offensively minded. Their defenses aren't very good. So love the track me in that one. Give me the over. And I like Utah State. Give me Utah State plus the points at Boise. I know Boise just got the win last time these two teams played. Both teams are 7-3. But Boise got the win late. I think Utah bounces back and gets the win here today. Give me Utah State plus the points.
Sounds wonderful. I like Toledo against Buffalo. I'm not going to lie about it. Just going to do it. I also like Utah State to bounce back against Boise. I also really just don't like this card.
I think that might be the best game in the card, Utah State and Boise.
Yep, that could be. The Dayton St. Louis game should be good too, and Toledo Buffalo. Those are kind of the three gems.
I hope it's not good. I hope St. Louis kicks their butts.
I thought you were giving it out on the drive-through.
I'm giving out Boise and Utah State on the drive-through. I just said I hope St.
How
Louis.
am I going to function all day, like, knowing that that's coming?
Try to contain your excitement.
Rod's trying to hold it together down there. So.
You caught me. Totally caught me.
It's like, don't even ask him, Rod. He's saving it for the drive-thru.
And the premium show. Oh, wait for that one. I got best play in the board. I'm giving out on the premium show.
All right.
Sun Belt game.
The Sun Belt Conference. Yeah, I don't know. Premium show's going to be killer today. It's gonna
I'm
be
trying to
killer.
put my mark in the sand for one game.
Yeah, if you guys haven't joined the premium, by all means, man, you are missing out. It's such a good deal, I don't even want to do it. That's really, it's the truth.
I think it's growing on you.
All I've done is complain about it. Pretty much. I am happy that people are winning, and I'm happy that they're doing it at a discount. I just think that it's too inexpensive for what you get. It's ridiculous. I think it's more ridiculous that not that many people have signed up. I would expect.
You think it'd be easy 2,000 people?
I thought it'd be easy 5,000 people would sign up.
Because the people that like to send super chats and show their appreciation, it's about the same as a super chat.
I don't know. I have no idea, man. It doesn't make any sense to me. But
I think it's just harder for some people to figure out how to sign up. No.
You think so?
Well, you should be able to do it from your iPhone.
I think you can.
You can if you have a link.
You can.
Yeah, if you have the link, but you should be able to not have that link. You should be able to go to the Pick Dogs videos page on YouTube.
I'll put the link in the comments. Hang on a second. I'll make it easy for you, Brian. So
I'm just saying they should make it easier at YouTube to sign up. Maybe I'm just bitching and moaning.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, when these guys are doing the hockey, I'll put the link out there. So speaking of hockey, is there any games?
4-3.
They canceled the season. Would anybody notice?
Hockey was amazing yesterday. Lots of good games.
They would definitely notice if they canceled the season.
How awesome was that Rangers
The
Flyers?
whole Canadian revolt. Trust me, someone would notice if they canceled the hockey season. You ever see Angry Canadian?
No, because they never canceled the season except for that one year.
Yeah, exactly.
They might go to war.
What do you mean you canceled
All right, well, for tonight, there's a 4-game schedule. Start with the 2 7:00 games. We got the Chicago Blackhawks and the Carolina Hurricanes and the Florida Panthers and Detroit Red Wings. Ryan, either of those two games?
No, I'm going to have to take a pass on those two. I don't see any.
Rod?
For me, I know this Panthers and Detroit series has been pretty close this year. The Panthers haven't beat them by more than 2 goals at all this whole the few games they've played already. So I think this is the time now that the Panthers have definitely been rolling, and they get the win over Detroit. Take them on the puck line. I like the Panthers on the puck line in that one. And I like the Blackhawks over the Canes here. I know in the video I think I said I took the Canes, but we're going to flop it up and we're going to take the Blackhawks. All the values with the Blackhawks in this one. Take the Blackhawks to beat the Canes.
Yeah, for these early ones, I'm going to go with the over in the Chicago-Carolina matchup. These are two teams that have had really, really good goaltending to start the year. Maybe they're due for a clunker. I think we're going to have a back and forth game there. That's not going to be just that's not going to be a shellacking. There's going to be some goals in this one. So I take the over there, and I like the under in the Florida-Detroit matchup. I just think two teams that they need to be better defensively, and I think we're going to see them ratchet it up defensively. Plus, I don't know if Detroit can score enough to keep up with Florida, even in an under game. So I'll take the under in that one. And then the two West Coast games, we got Edmonton at Calgary and Winnipeg at Vancouver. Ryan, either of those games?
Yeah, I think I'm going to add the Vancouver Canucks when I get off of here as a premium. The way the money's moving really screams take Vancouver. I think the Canucks are playing better hockey. They beat the Jets 4-1 last month. I think they can do it again tonight. And then I lean towards the Oilers, getting slight little bit of plus money there, plus 105. I think they can beat my Flames tonight.
Ron?
For me, I like the Oilers as well. Flames got the first meeting in the Battle of Alberta. Oilers will get this one. This is the first part of the back-to-back. They'll play again tomorrow night on Saturday as well. So I want to take the Oilers here in this one. And the Jets and the Canucks, I'm going to take over. Give me the over 6.5. We got Demko in net. And the Jets have definitely been scoring. Canucks can get some goals and give up some goals. I like the over in that one. Give me the over 6.5.
Yeah, I'm with Ron on both of those. I like the Oilers as well with you guys. I just think that this is a revenge spot for the Oilers, and it always means a little bit more goes to the road team to try to stick it into to their rival at home. Play a little bit of extra edge there, so take the Oilers. And I also like the over in the Winnipeg-Vancouver game. Exactly. I think Thatcher Demko, is not a good goaltender in my opinion, and Braden Holtby's clearly struggling even if he were to go. So I'll take the over in that one. I think there's going to be at least 7 or 8 goals in that game. And those are the hockey games for today.
That was awesome. Really enjoyed that segment. Do we got any parlay for us today, Chris?
Yeah, for college hoops, we're going to go with the under in the Marist-St. Peter's matchup. We're going to go with Canisius, and we're going to go with UC Riverside.
Ooh. Can't miss TV. Rod.
For me, here's my parlay. We're going to go Thunder, money line, Iapui, plus the points, Utah State, plus the point. My mixed hoops parlay for the day.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Vancouver Canucks on the money line, the St. Louis Billikens minus the points, and the Cleveland Cavaliers plus the points.
I'm going to go with fake 23 blast with the backside Jordan reverse like your life depended on it. Detroit, remember the Titans over Robert Morris. Nice guy, bad basketball team. I'm going to go with Monmouth plus the 2 against Blow and Hose. And I will go, is it Blow and Hose or Hose and Blow?
Yeah, I don't think you can go. I don't think you can go wrong either way.
And I'll put Toledo with those guys because Buffalo is just one of the most disappointing teams in the entire college basketball this season. Their defense is a sieve. Also, do yourself a favor. Put a little something on the over 163.5. This thing's going to 400. How about that Penn State defense last night? Oh, my God. It's like, finally, Len Elmore says, states the obvious. There's like 40, it's like, I listened to the games last night, obviously, right? I never listened to it, but like 40 seconds left to go in the game. Len Elmore says, Penn State really didn't play much defense here. It's like there's 91 points on a college basketball game. It's like he goes, neither team really asserted themselves on the defensive side. It's 172 points. It's like it's Ohio State, Penn State. It's not like Gonzaga, Baylor or something, or Gonzaga, Iowa, right? It's it's Ohio State, Penn State. There's 172 points on the board. It's like didn't really assert themselves on defensive end in this one. 91. It was like, what? If anyone called 91 team total over 90 for Ohio State last night, congratulations. I'm sure we have some people out there that did, but I wasn't one of them. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. We're going to post that premium video in just a moment. And, of course, we're going to try and act more professional tomorrow when Romanelli's here with us, because we're always on our best behavior when Rob Romanelli's here. Have a great day, everyone. And Ruffalo, we'll see you later on the drive-thru. Bitler will be there. I think Rod's going to be there. Rod, you there on Fridays?
Yep.
Why can't I be on the Friday show? Anyways, have a great day, everyone.